released those restrictions, Hong Kong, Singapore, who did a really great job of flattening that curve to begin with, when they released those, they did see a second bump.
So preparation is key.
We need to be able and well prepared to identify cases, to isolate those cases, and then to do contact tracing for those who were exposed to those cases. We're not quite there yet as a country or even as a state.
So the question is, when will we get there? Well, Dr. Brandstetter weighs in on that as well. He says, first off, we need more testing, more consistent testing as well. He also says another key factor is, when are we going to get those antibody tests? Coming up at 6, we're going to hear from the governor's office, who weighs in on when are we going to be reopening Georgia. Reporting live in Atlanta, I'm Brittany Edney, CBS 46 News.
All right, Brittany, we'll see you at 6. In Conyers, more COVID-19 test kits are becoming available. County health departments are now able to test more citizens, whether they're frontline workers or not. Hundreds were lined up early this morning for the free drive-through testing at the Georgia International Horse Park. Officials say no doctor referral or insurance is necessary, but appointments are required. You can schedule an appointment in Gwinnett, Newton, or Rockdale counties by calling 770-513-5631.
5.2 million people filed for unemployment last week. That makes a total of more than 22 million Americans out of work within just the last month. Here in Georgia, the number of initial unemployment claims reached an all-time high. CBS 46's Haley Mason. She was at a virtual press conference today with the Department of Labor as they share new numbers and new procedures here in Georgia.
They're the faces behind the numbers, outlining those hardest hit industries in the state.
Well, we're lucky the customers are still coming in and taking to-go orders.
And today, the Georgia Department of Labor says it just processed more than 319,000 unemployment claims last week alone, more than 700,000 claims in the last 2 weeks in Georgia.
It's going to probably exceed just over 1 million claims in just a 4-week period. That is the reason why a lot of individuals are having trouble getting in touch with us.
The good news from that hard work is the state was able to make 286,000 payments Tuesday night this week.
During the past month, we have processed 1 million claims with less than 1,000 employees. That's also a big deal for us. We're trying to process as many as possible.
And as of this week, unemployment applications are open for nearly every type of worker in Georgia. But for self-employed, contract, and gig workers, the process is longer. The federal government says they must first be deemed ineligible for state benefits before being made eligible for federal money.
We will be sending emails out starting next week to those applicants who could potentially be eligible for federal benefits with the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. So we're still building that program to see how best to get those folks to be eligible, to see if we can verify those wages.
The state says the hardest part is verifying wages, and the DOL is already seeing people committing unemployment fraud.
We've even had one person that reported to us that somebody had filed a claim in his name with his social security number, and he was actually currently still working. So we have to be very careful to make sure that the people who are supposed to be getting the benefits are getting those.
The state tells me they've processed unemployment claims for 10% of Georgia's population, and they haven't even reached the peak unemployment yet. Reporting in Buckhead, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
At this hour, let's take a closer look at your forecast and head outside because, Jennifer, another beautiful day.
Another beautiful day, and really it's been this way the entire work week, and this is what we needed because we had some nasty storms over the weekend, and the tornado count continues to rise. This is brand new information. That tornado count for Georgia is now up to 20 tornadoes in Georgia Sunday night into Monday morning. That first tornado was at 8:15 in the morning as it moves into Chattooga County. The last tornado took off at 4:31 a.m. So really, this was an all-night affair, and it's in the forefront of our minds as many of us are still cleaning up from this mess. And now we have another chance of severe storms this weekend, and the timing is almost identical, arriving late Sunday through early Monday morning. So it's something we're watching very closely here at CBS 46. Right now, as you said, Tracy, it's amazing. It's gorgeous. Temperatures in the 60s. We have low humidity, so it feels really comfortable, and that will continue tonight. You will notice temperatures not quite as chilly. Instead of the low 40s, will be in the upper 40s, but still really comfortable with clear skies. And tomorrow we do have another gorgeous day. But again, things are going to go downhill this weekend. I'll pinpoint the timing of the storms, and we'll talk about how it could impact your weekend plans coming up.
I'm Alicia Roberts at the Live Desk. Developing today, the only nuclear power plant under construction in the U.S. is based in Waynesboro, Georgia. Today, it is cutting its workforce after more than 40 employees tested COVID-19 positive. Plant Vogtle, owned by Georgia Power, will lay off